Hello there, YouTube. We are back with some more matchplay commentary for y'all. I'm joined by Optimus Prime himself, the Jollibee King, Arby.
Yeah. Hello.
But I think this one should be an interesting one to watch because in this particular matchup, which was filmed over at Sully's Abode, which is the local card shop that we go to every Thursday for Digi, we've got myself and Arby playing as well. So we're going to be commentating on a match that we both took part in. We've got Arby on the left playing 7 Great Demon Lords and myself playing Imperial on the right. I definitely had fun playing this one. We definitely had a lot of good back and forth. And these were just good matches. You know, I think it'll be really good to have this on cam for you guys to watch and see. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Lastly, yeah,
players. I said as well, you have both players to commentate on, you know, our thoughts on the game and what we're doing.
Yeah, so. Yeah. But before we hop into the round itself, a couple things. You know, if you like our content, you like what you're seeing, please do consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It would mean a whole lot to us. And if you hit that bell, you will also get notified as to when these videos go live. We do try to keep it relatively regular, I like to think. You know, we do upload every day around like 12:30 as best we can. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the schedule. Let us know what you think about all that in the comments below as well. And lastly, check out our socials, which are linked down in the video description below. Contains our Instagram, our Twitter, our Discord, all that good stuff where you can kind of continue interacting with us. The Discord, like I've said before, is the best place to get all of the deck lists of our players. So if you're looking for them, you want to see what's been being played, you know, hit us up there and we'll be sure to point you in the right direction. But without further ado, enough jibber jabber from me. Let's hop right into the round over here. So these were definitely fun. I know I said this already, but these were really good matches. I had a lot of fun playing them.
I enjoyed these games a lot. Alright, we see you go ahead and just hatch into a Demi V into XV. Pretty solid. And then,
I think it's always a pretty solid start for Imperial. Just like set up an end of turn inherit and then have a level 4 to go into next turn.
Yeah.
And then you're in full Royal Knights mode.
Yeah, I swear we're camera cursed every time this happens. Because you shuffled my pile.
Yeah, here was a little bit unfortunate for me because I thought, you know, I had a Sting in hand, I had a Pile in hand. I'm like, you know, let's just get an early chip in with the XV, and then I hit a Rivals.
Rivals immediately, which was unfortunate.
So immediately punished, and then you played a Levia just to pop my guy, and that guy is a big guy living.
Yeah, I played him out because he's
very good.
Yeah, he sticks on board. You know, I have so many things that delete Digimon, and then it looks like you're a little stuck. You don't have a way to, you know, DNA into the Kyle. So I go ahead and play the Belfie for a reduced cost. Discard my Voodoo because it's just not useful, and delete your guy. Then gain a memory from Levia and check twice. What a call.
And then you set up a Porcupa.
Yeah, Porcupa.
And here I'm just like, well, I very well could lose next turn if I don't do anything. And I really didn't have a good play in hand. You know, I thought, well, maybe if I like spit out like level 3, do some search, maybe I'll dig into something. But it was just copium at that point. So I'm like, okay, well, let's just choke to 1. Hopefully I can like maybe hit like a Hammer Spark or something in security, or like a Giga Death, and I'm able to do some sort of shenanigans there. But I kind of resigned to just being like, well, if you got it, you got it. Like, there's not a whole lot I can do here.
Yeah, it's a tough position because 4 is an okay amount of memory to have as an Imperial player. But unless you have like a Tamer, it's also like a place where you can get stuck because you typically need at least 5 to just go into a level 5 from there and stay on the board.
Yeah. So you do end up taking game 1 pretty quickly.
Yeah, Royal Knights, sometimes like if your opponent just doesn't have an answer to level 6s being played out for 2 to 3 memory every turn, I guess Royal Demon Knights.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think another thing too, like you said when you played him out, you know, Levia was just a very big play, especially in the Royal Knights sort of like mode for this deck. Like if he sticks, he's like a constant, like you said, memory gainer. He checks for 2 most times, will end up living because he's base big at 13.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just good aggression, good pressure, and just definitely all gas.
Oh yeah.
We start off game 2 here. Looks like you are going first. So we do not see a Drazzle. We've got the typical.
I thankfully don't have a Drazzle. I was like, Drazzle's nice, but like I know the Imperial match against like Imperial is one of the decks that, even if Drazzle is played, it can just like stun and get around everything. Because I can't Digivolve. It turns off all my Digivolves, which are a big part of like how I live through things. And then I just go ahead and start loading things up underneath. You have a pretty good start here, I think, with Davis and Ken and the Stingmon. And then we
don't have an XV here, so I'm just like, well, like I'll just choke to 1. I'll Digivolve into a Pyeel. I had both Pyles in hand here, but I'm like, look, if I'm gonna hard Evo and I'm worried about Levia, I'm not gonna waste like the better Pyle.
Yeah.
And I don't get partition anyways because I don't have the XV. I'll just like see what I can do.
I go ahead and play another Levia.
Go ahead and use a Davis and Ken. I played out the Vmon to pick up, I believe it was, the rookie, and I go into a Vmon in the back, and then subsequent Stingmon, and then played out a Davis to pick up a fighter mode and a Pyeel, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty scared of that. Leviamon will get deleted, and then tuck himself underneath. I do have 5 different named cards,
which is scary.
Yeah, underneath, so everything's playing for reduced cost of maximum of 12, and I just go ahead and play another
Levia.
Levia is the best card in these types of matchups. Then we'll go ahead and play Illusamon for 4. Taking the Lilith and just trashing those 2.
Or for 5, right? And then you put me to 4?
5, yeah, for 5.
Yeah.
Putting you to 4. This is still a scary if you have Pyles.
Yeah, it is scary here.
I think I'm scared. I think you picked up a Wormmon earlier, so I was a little surprised when you didn't play it just to evolve into the. Oh no, there was no Sting.
There was no XV, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we do just play out the Vmon here, and unfortunately, like you said, no XV, so we just hard Evo into the Pyeel, gain a memory off of the Davis and Ken.
Yeah.
I suspend the board, but they're just gonna be able to unsuspend next turn, so I'm like, okay, well, let's see if we can do something.
It's definitely scary to swing here, though, because if with no partition, and no jamming, if you swing and he somehow dies, so you do like a pretty smart play, which is just the bottom.
I was just like, yeah. I was like, I'm done having him come out and like do stuff. Let's just bottom deck him.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's scary putting the fighter ace there. You know, I think you could definitely make an argument that like it may bite me in the butt there.
Yeah, I didn't search for Lusamon. Oops.
Oh.
Yeah, I deleted him instantly.
Because I mean, you've got cards like BLs, right? That'll just like de-digivolve, which will just give you 4 memory. You know, you've got ways to delete him as well. So there's a lot of ways where like I will definitely pass over a lot of memory, as we'll see shortly here.
Yeah, a couple things here. Not doing the Lusamon effect first hurts a lot. I haven't played this deck in a week or 2. So
yeah, we've been busy.
I'm forgetting triggers. I discard a Beals just to play the sister and draw 2, and then I think I say to myself, oops, and just play a Rivals. And The rivals
And
should
send me over
be.
3.
The
We
rivals
catch
should
it later. Yeah, rivals
we
should be
will
in
catch-
trash. We do catch it later, but it's just kind of chilling there right now.
Yeah.
I play out a Vmon and then go into a Vmon in the back. I finally see an XV. So we go into the XV. We do Hammer Spark here to play out a Worm, picking up another XV. And here I do have a Sting in hand, so I can go into it for 2.
Yeah.
Finally do some typical DNA shenanigans, going into Pyeel. Gain
DNA.
all the memory in the world off of the XV and Sting and the Tamer.
Swing into the sister. Very smart. Get rid
Swing
of
into
it.
the sister. We do pierce through because of Sting. And we just go ahead and swing again. Just get some more damage in.
Yeah. Another swing. Then I think from here, you just go into dragon mode, which prevents me. Smart. Prevents Lilith from deleting.
Or like suspending it or unsuspending itself, right?
Yeah. No, because it prevents it from deleting.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I have to delete level 5 or lower.
Yeah.
Activate that. Arby, put the rivals in trash. Put the rivals in trash.
So we do see the Levia come back again. Off of your option card. Partition does proc, so you can choose to pop another one of the level 4s.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. Sorry for the glare.
Yeah, the rivals in trash, please. Oh my god.
But I do have a Stingmon just kind of sitting out on the field. You do play the Rage mode to suspend and then pop a level 5 or below. So you pop the Sting, which is again a pretty good turn.
Yeah. That's solid.
And I'm just looking at my trash here being like, oh boy. I'm seeing a lot of pieces in the trash right now. I've got to do something.
Oh my god. Actually, we don't catch that rivals. That's just me not even. Oh, not playing my deck correctly again.
You do go into a sleep mode.
Okay. Never mind, we do
catch it. We do sleep mode. For 1, like you said, I think you were saying you just want to get some cycling because your hand was pretty thin at that point.
Yeah.
And then you play out a Lucy for 5, do some search with it, set up some trash, and then pass turn over.
Yeah. Then I go ahead and put use Lucy's and a turn effect. We'll go ahead and put the Levia in security, and then
force me to make a decision. And at that point, I'm like, you know what? Like,
yeah,
my tamers are too key. Like, I'm just gonna take the burn. We use the Daves and Ken to pick up, I believe it was a Vmon.
Yeah.
Set
yourself to 3.
Forgot to set myself to 3, but we go into XV. And go ahead swing with jamming. Do 1 check.
1 check. Here's where I make another crucial mistake. I have 3 cards in hand, and one of them is an Agudo.
Oh.
So I could have just trashed the Agudo. I already have 5 sources in there. Then we're gonna go ahead and activate Lucima Chaos Mode's effect when he leaves.
Yeah.
Play something from trash. I think one of the Levias got bottomed.
So you use creepy effect to pop the lowest DP. It was a level 4, so you do go ahead and mill 4.
Yeah, or I think what I was thinking was I need to just
I think maybe you're focused on like board control because I had a lot of stuff on board.
I think I wanted to find the other Agudo, which I don't know why I did that. But yeah, go ahead and then just Digivolve into Agudo here. Thinking, well, I mean, hopefully he doesn't have more rookies in hand, but I think you're through most of your deck, so you have a ton now.
Yeah.
I slot 7 Demon Lords underneath. And
yeah.
Force you to deal with the Agudo. My hope here was that if you put it in trash, at least I could But then I think I also draw the other Agudo off the
Right.
Digivolve. So that's unfortunate.
So I start proccing off the Davis and Ken effects. I go into the new BT16 Worm to go into a BT12 Sting for cost of 1.
Yeah.
And I go into XV for 2.
XV. Gain 3 memory here.
And gain 4 memory off of the Tamers as well as the
and then
Sting and XV. I'm able to strip up to 6.
6, yeah.
And I'm like, let's just get maybe 3 of those out and then just bottom deck the rest. So you're left with, I believe, the Lucy Chaos and the Belfie Rage mode underneath.
Yeah. Which is smart. You don't want the Lucamon.
Yeah.
Dash.
And I'm like, okay, I have 5 cards in deck. I need to be smart about this.
Yeah. You can't just attack.
Because if I swing, I would, potentially draw some. So I start evoing just to kind of hopefully get myself into a fighter mode. We'll use Imperial to go ahead and swing. We'll go ahead and restand. Fighter mode, we'll go ahead and bottom deck the Agudo.
Oh, that's right. The Levia I put in.
Yeah.
The bottom deck, the Agudo, the 2 memory. And, you come back. I guess not come back, but it was like a solid match. All around.
So here I was like, I don't want to search anymore either, so I don't want to bother playing out a rookie. I just play out a Stingmon for 3. Because I'm down to 3 cards in deck now.
Play Belfie Rage mode. I play out the Chaos mode, Chaos mode, and then you just delete a Tamer, which I think is smart. You don't need any more there.
Yeah.
And then Biting Crush is no longer. We do catch this. Biting Crush is not.
Yeah.
And you have so much stuff on board.
Yeah, I have the 1 Davis and Ken, which will let me play out a Wormmon once again to play out a Stingmon. I do decide to tap it to gain a memory because I'm like, there's no sources to strip. It doesn't matter. Let me just extend my plays. So then we go into an XV. I go ahead and DNA Digivolve into a Pail, which will gain me 2 memory, going back to 3.
Yep.
We go ahead and swing. We think about this here because I'm like, okay, I need to win, obviously, here. I can't, I can't pass turns. We just go ahead and swing one more time. We HPD to go into starter deck Imperial here for free.
Very solid. Yeah,
which will play out the 2 Sting and the XV. I can then DNA once again into another Pile and then swing for 2 checks and go for game.
Yeah, very solid. Very solid. Yeah, that Old Dragon mode is such a good card. I'm glad it's seeing use again.
Yeah.
Or starter deck Dragon mode. I think Dragon mode is one of the most printed, or has the most variation of cards. It may have more than Wargrave.
I think so. But shout out to the homie Bryce. Definitely, this list is heavily influenced by his build right here. I think I maybe tinkered with 1 or 2 different tech choices on my end, but the majority of the build is straight up inspired by his regional winning one, and he was the one who definitely kind of opened my eyes to the starter deck one, because I was like, oh, that's actually pretty good.
Very, very good player. You can use the starter deck Imperial for so many things.
But yeah, we go on to a game 3.
On to game 3, I say no to my first hand.
Oh no!
And then I do this. I know, this card in this matchup is very hard, because unless I can control board early or let you misstep, it just turns all of my Digimon into Digimon that can't unsuspend.
Right. And I think the one saving grace for me here was that I finally do see the dual tamer right off the bat. The first game I was missing that sorely. Here I see it right away. I'm able to do a lot of damage, I think, with this tamer here.
I just play the Lilith for 5 here.
Going to XP for reduced cost of 1. Then we go into a Sting. We DNA Digivolve to go into Pail. We'll gain
Your Pael things.
2 memory.
2, 3, yeah. Just do very, very solid stuff.
And here I'm able to draw multiple times off of the Vmon and the Stingmon, which is wild. If I'm playing against Mirage, my booty is clapped. But since we're not, I mean, I'm just like going through my deck, finding all my pieces right here and then. Here I'm thinking, yeah.
I think it's fine to run those cards,
Yeah.
even Mirage is in the meta. Because you have ways, you do have some ways of dealing with Mirage. It may not be always be optimal.
Right.
But like, you just rather see the, you know, the card draw engine.
And here, I mean, that's where all this stuff was coming into play, because I was just like,
Yeah.
I thought about it, I was like, let's just go aggressive. I was like, screw it. Like, we'll Hammer Spark, give myself enough memory to go into starter deck Imperial, spit out bodies, go into another Pael, get 2 more checks in. Unfortunately, the Imperial does get hit by arrivals, but at this point, I'm just like, I've gotten you down to 1 security.
Yeah. You did 4 checks. It's absolutely insane. So I played Levia, delete, and then play out another Levia. And then, because I can't Digivolve here, so much of my hand is just stuck, and I say, well, if he's got another 2 checks, like, I can't do too much about it.
Yeah,
like, when you just had the gas, you had the gas, and like, yeah, just fucking destroy me, man.
Yeah, and that was a quick game 3.
Yeah, solid game 3, well played.
No, yeah, I mean, it was they were great matches all around. It's always good playing against you, and I think just great dialogue too. Game 2, you know, a lot of back and forth there, which was really, really fun.
Back and forth, and you know, you played it really well. Just getting the checks in where you could, and measuring yourself not to accidentally check into something dangerous.
Yeah. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it just as much as we did as well. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. As always, you know, we can't thank you guys enough for all the support you've been giving us. We really do appreciate every one of you. So hopefully, you know, you keep liking what you see, and we can keep kind of continuing on this together. And we'll catch you on that flippy flip. Bye bye.
Bye bye.